Hello, everyone, again. I just retired at the age of 55 by having built a portfolio all through my early 30s and 40s, especially my 40s. That's when you kind of start ramping up and getting ready for an early retirement in your 50s. You can absolutely do it. You just need that focus to start building a portfolio now. If you don't have a brokerage account, create one now. There are so many out there. Pick up any good Canadian institute. There's Scotia Trade, there's BMO, there is Wealth Simple, there is Quest Trade. Get the ball rolling and start building a portfolio. I started my own channel called fasttrackretirement.ca with the intention of sharing my portfolio, which I will in a few seconds from now. I have done that in my previous videos. It's available as a free download on my site. But I would suggest do not ever, please, blindly mirror anyone's portfolio. You need to build your own based on your family situation and your own living expenses. For the first timers who don't know me, my name is Mahesh, and I just retired from full-time employment and started this site. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I do not charge a fee for downloading my portfolio or scheduling a free appointment on my site. The idea is purely to help because I did it, and I honestly believe all of you can do it. I think many of us spend too much time in our employment to generate that income that you need to meet your living expenses, which is fine, but I don't think it's a long-term sustainable solution. So the biggest question is, how do you duplicate your employment income after retirement so that you don't cut back on your lifestyle? And by lifestyle, I don't mean, again, a lavish lifestyle. I don't mean a frugal lifestyle. All I'm saying is keep your lifestyle and your living expenses the same in retirement as in employment. So how do you do that? You start doing that by building a portfolio. And you got to do that while you're still healthy, right? I mean, there is no sense in waiting for the traditional age of retirement, which is 65, and then you get to doing things which you enjoy doing. Why not start doing it now? Like, for example, me, I like hiking, I like reading, I like portfolio management. And I'm going to get to all these things now while I'm still healthy versus waiting till 65. I must admit, though, I had a decent employment income. Financial topics always interested me, but you don't need to be a financial nerd really to start building a portfolio. You can do that now. So let me share my screen with you and and show you my new site and how you can download my portfolio in there. Give me 1 second here, please. Okay, so first things first, important disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I do this to vent my own passion for portfolio management. Everything that I say is meant for education. If you do decide to do investments, please do consult a licensed financial professional. Okay, so having said that, let me show you the website that I was talking about, which is called fasttrackretirement.ca. You could schedule an appointment with me, or you can even download my portfolio from here, which is what I would like to show you today. You click down and then you'll see an Excel document. This document has 7 worksheets, and the reason it has 7 worksheets is I have 3 family members, and then each of the members have a RRSP or a TFSA or a non-registered account. So depending on what kind of account each member has, there are different worksheets. So if you hit download, my documents got downloaded on my other PC here. So let me bring it up. Give me 1 second. There you go. It's popped up as an Excel document here. You can see 7 worksheets. Mahesh TFSA, Mahesh non-registered, Mahesh RRSP, spouse TFSA, spouse RRSP, son TFSA, and a son non-registered. There is some thought behind each of these different accounts and why I have a certain fund in which account. My TFSA, you can see, is all covered call ETFs, and then my RRSP is a very different situation, which I'll get to in a second from now. But let me explain the format to you. I had done this in my previous video. I'm doing it again for those who are seeing it for the first time. So the first column here has the security name from the ETF provider. So in Canada, there are so many: Harvest, Hamilton, Evolve, Hamilton again, Global X, 9 Point, and a description of what that ETF is, which is a simple cut and paste from their website. The symbol here, or the stock ticker, HHIS.TO, the currency in which it's held, which is Canadian dollars, the asset class, it's covered call ETFs. Now, someone could ask me, what does covered call ETFs mean? I have done a separate video on what the heck are covered call ETFs. It's a separate video on my YouTube channel, so go take a look. And then the next column here is US tech, the closest sector. So I have ETFs in the US tech, of course, and then the S&P 500 index, the Canadian banks, the NASDAQ 100 index, the US Treasury bonds, international equity, and some individual stocks as well. I see a few zeros here, but that's because it's just rounded off to zero. It's actually 0.4% or 0.02%, such a small portion of my portfolio, but it does add up to 100%. So that's my TFSA. But if you look at my RRSP, the TFSA, you can see again, it's all covered call ETFs. But if you look at my RRSP, it's a very different situation here. Hardly or almost negligible covered call ETFs in this. I've got US equity ETF here, a total US market equity ETF called VTI, which is my biggest holding at 16%. And then I got a S&P 500 index growth ETF, IVV. I got JEPI, which is a covered call ETF, fine. I got XQQ, which is a NASDAQ 100 index, and so on and so forth, adding up to a total of 100%, you can see here. But you can see the clear difference between my TFSA and my RRSP here is TFSA is covered call ETFs to generate that yield, high income that I need for my monthly expenses, and the RRSP for now is mostly growth ETFs or bonds, which will help me in the long run. There is a lot of cash sitting in my RRSP, and the reason is it's not literally cash as in a cash in a checking account. It's a cash GIC, or there could also be some cash.to ETFs. So it earns a small interest, but not much. And the reason I have this money is to take care of or to buy some long-term equity if there is a market correction. And then I have my son's TFSA and my son's non-registered as well. I have my spouse's. You can go download, look at these different ETFs. If you have a question, feel free to schedule an appointment with me. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So thank you if you made it this far. I truly appreciate your time. Portfolio management really is not just about picking the right stocks and ETFs. I mean, you could download my portfolio, but portfolio management is a lot more than that. My first video is a bit more detailed. It talks to the 5 pillars of portfolio management that I successfully followed for a long time. Maybe it works for you. Maybe my portfolio can be fine-tuned to help you start building your own. Consult a licensed financial advisor, do your own research. If you need to speak to me, I'm here, like I said, at no cost. I like doing this. It's not work for me. While both my channels, especially my YouTube channel, is not revenue generating, that's fine, but I do want it to become successful. This way I can help more people. So if you can hit the subscribe button, you can like it, I would appreciate it. Anyway, till next time, thank you so much. Take care.